MusicFirst Elementary has many items that makes it stand out from other curriculum, and one of them is the creative tools. Currently, MusicFirst Elementary has 6 creative tools that enhance their curriculum and your music class with music making, composition, performance, movie scoring, and more. In this video, let's focus on YuStudio. YuStudio is an online digital audio workstation designed specifically for education and aiming to be a truly accessible enter into the world of music creation for young students. Unlike other digital audio workstations, which might be considered too complex, high-end, or expensive for schools, YuStudio has been purposely built to work in a variety of educational settings. It caters to novices and more experienced users alike. Music teachers and young people have helped shape its development. It's easy to use and works in all popular browsers. YuStudio's high-quality sound library, editing tools and effects support students' creativity and learning. Artist packs from artists and industry professionals are included. When you click on Creative Tools and then click on YuStudio, you will find a great overview. When you launch YuStudio for the first time, I would encourage you to go through all of the tutorials. These videos are quick and wonderful at explaining how to use YuStudio. These tutorials can also be added to your customized units. Therefore, this video will showcase 2 ideas for you to use YuStudio in your elementary music class. Idea number 1 is for grades 2 and up, depending on your students. The idea is notate a song and create an accompaniment using guidelines given by the music educator. You heard me correctly. YuStudio has Music Notepad, the notation program included in MusicFirst Elementary, built into this digital audio workstation. Therefore, your students can compose a song with notation and then add pre-recorded loops to the song, all in one program. With this idea, have the students launch the YuStudio app, click on New Track, and add a score. Have them begin composing their 8-measure melody for a pitched instrument like a recorder on measure 3. Double-click on measure 3 so a green bar of music will show up. Extend it to measure 11 and then double-click on that green bar again. Have the students notate a melody using the pitches B, A, and G. Encourage them to use repetitive patterns, question and answer patterns that they have done in the lessons, and listen to the melody to make sure that they like it. Remind them that they can always change it along the way. Now that you have written a melody in the key of G, let's set the song to the key of G. Let's add a drum beat of bass drum on beats 1 and 3, snare drum on the back beats of 2 and 4, and a close hi-hat on 8th notes. Click on the Sounds folder, click Instruments, double-click Drums, and close the folder. You might feel that this is challenging for your elementary students. However, I have seen mine jump right into this and be able to maneuver around a digital audio workstation in a matter of minutes. Double-click on measure 3 and then double-click again so that the grid shows up on the screen. Enter the bass drum, snare drum, and hi-hat. When finished, you can click Ctrl-D or Command-D and it will duplicate the measure. Let's duplicate it to measure 11. Let's add a keyboard loop. Click on Sounds, then Audio, and you will see loops by artist packs, genre, style, and instrument. Let's look for a loop for keyboards in the key of G. Let's click on Gospel Hammond and audition it. I like it, so I will double-click it into the score. I am going to trim it up so that the chord changes match the melody. I can add a hit at the end using the drum track, and that ends the project. If you want to expand it, create a B section using a cappella vocals so it becomes an ABA song form. Have the students share the songs with each other, or have the students share their songs with their caregivers and families. Go to File and then click Export, and you can export this as a WAV file. Idea number 2, score a very short film excerpt. MusicFirst Elementary's YuStudio is a web-based tool that can score a film. I will say that again. It's a web-based tool that can score a film. Let's do this with a very short clip. You can do this for your students or have your students maybe in grades 3, 4, or 5, depending on their age. Try this in your classroom. YuStudio has some videos programmed into it, which you can find by clicking on Sounds and then going to Video. But you can also import a video by clicking on Import Video File. In this idea, we are going to import a 5-second video so that it will display a pineapple listening to music and saying, "You did it," when a student succeeds. We are going to add music and some sound effects. First, launch YuStudio, go to the Sounds folder, and click on Project Files. I will upload a video I created in Canva titled, "You Did It." Since this video is only 5 seconds long, it uploads quickly. Second, I click and drag the video to the composition area. We are going to add a drum loop, so we will click on the Sounds folder, the Audio tab, and search for a drum loop. I will click on Full and listen to the 80s hip-hop 808 beat. I like it and can double-click or click and drag it in. I will close the menu and magnify the screen to work better with this short video. Using the volume animation tool, we will fade into the track. Let's also click Loop and extend it to the video. Now we are just going to add 2 sound effects. A sound that lasts for 2 to 3 seconds as the letters enter, and the sound of someone saying, "You did it," when it appears on screen. To find sound effects, go to the Sounds folder and scroll down to Sound Effects. I have already explored the banks using the timing tools. The search tool is also a great way to find sounds. I found the Impact sound effect in Sci-Fi Sounds and chose that one to adjust with the letters coming onto the screen. And in the vocals sound effects, I found "You Did It." I placed it onto the screen and adjusted it to fit. I could have also just recorded myself or a student saying, "You did it."
You did it.
To export, I will click on File and go to Export, and I have 3 options. Wave would just be an audio file. Project would be a YuStudio file that can be uploaded to MusicFirst Elementary, and video is a video file that you can view in a video player. Stay tuned for more exciting items from MusicFirst Elementary.